Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Truthful Conversations. I'm going to give people time to come in. I'm going to set up got my Facebook here so I can see all of the comments that come on. Y'all, I am so excited about tonight. Tonight is definitely going to be a touchy topic, but very necessary, okay? So give me a moment. Necessary, okay? So give me a moment. All right. Turn that down so I can get that together. But it's definitely going to be necessary because we're going to be talking about, first of all, let me get some shout outs, okay? So shout out to Melanie Ann's Boutique. If you guys have not shopped with Melanie Ann, you are missing. You hear me? You are missing out on a treat. Shout out to Denim Junkies. Shout out Miss Latayan. You guys, listen. Find them, search them. Better yet, I'm gonna tell you where you can meet them in person. Shout out to Miss Daphne's. Uh, she likes what she likes. I know I'm saying it wrong, but Miss Daphne asked you. Um, Shout out! I'm shouting out people today for a reason. I have there is a method to my madness. Shout out to the House of Amadeus, Mr. Robert Lee Percy. Shout out to Nina Dior Photography. Listen, all of these businesses I'm shouting out, I need y'all to go and find them. I may not have their handles or whatever, but I need you to go and find them. Shout out to Chantel Beauty that just recently launched in Hurst, Texas. Shout out to her. Shout out to Chef Lulu. Shout out to DJ Foreign. Shout out to Walk in Health. It's Walk on Health and Fitness, Mr. Alvin. Shout out to these people that I have come into contact with. I know there are so many more. Shout out to Jessica Savage. Shout out to who else? Who else do I have? Shout out to Miss Anthony Michelle. Shout out. Oh my goodness. There's someone. Shout out to Miss Valeria Colte. Shout out. Listen, 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 listen. Listen, Lindas. Are y'all listening? I'm shouting out these businesses because at some point in time, we have crossed paths. At some point in time, even the current, they have been a blessing to me. I have been a blessing to them in whatever capacity. But guess what? It feels like society, and I just jump right on in. It feels like society, and not feels like society has made us believe that everything is supposed to be about competition. Society has made us believe that we are not supposed to uplift one another. Society has made us believe that we are not supposed to be sharing you know what I'm saying? Like we're not supposed to be sharing one another's progress and achievements. Listen, everybody wins in my book. Everybody wins. Do you hear me? Everybody wins. And that is what I want. I want for us to get to a point where we win no matter what. Hey Samantha, shout out to Samantha Richardson. Thank you for jumping on. Shout out to Incredible Jones. The world is backwards. Shout out who else is on the live, y'all. Let me see who else is on here. Jessica's on. See, listen. Shout out to these business owners. First and foremost, being a business owner is not easy. It is not. When you have to put your blood, sweat, and tears, when you have to fight against your own mentality, when you have to fight against your own feelings, when you have to tell yourself it is okay to start small, when you have to encourage your own self that business may not be where you see it going, but it's going to get there. When you have to do these things, when you have to take your own money, when you have to nickel and dime yourself to put back into your business, it takes courage. It takes strength. It takes, oh my God, y'all, it takes prayer. Let's be real about it. It takes prayer. It takes support. But what do you do when you don't have the support of others? You have to be willing to push and support yourself. And it sounds like it's easy, but sometimes it is difficult. Sometimes you are facing the fact that, you know what? Am I doing the right thing? When you get into a place when you're starting, the first thing that sets in is fear. Fear of losing everything. Fear of making the wrong decision. Fear of not having the support from other people. Fear of what if it's not big enough. Fear of what if I don't make any money from this. Fear of what is this. Fear of what is that. But we have to change that narrative. And listen, this just came at the right time. I'm gonna get into my tour. I am. I am while we on the subject. But I call her Miss Hollywood. But Miss Jeanette had a birthday celebration 2 weekends ago. And I didn't go live last week because I'm a new grandmother and I had my tutor pop. And I love y'all. But my tutor pop needed my attention. So I sat and I held my tutor pop. During the time I was supposed to go live, I was ready to go live. I was. And then my daughter came and she said, Can you get the baby? And I couldn't say no. I couldn't say, well, let me go do my live first, even though I love y'all. I do. I love y'all to the fullest. But my little tutor man came first. So I'm sorry. So I was supposed to have already done this live. But God knows what he's doing, and he knows why he have people have you wait to do things. So I went and I hosted this birthday party. And this young lady just turned 28, just opened Chantel's Beauty and Hers. No children, nothing against children, nothing against them at all. But she has no children. She's very business savvy. She does makeup. From my understanding, she's a Jill of all trades. So I was so happy to have been in the presence of what she had going on. And then, I was like, well, let me shout out, well, who are all the businesses in here? Let's shout everybody out. And it just made me, just really think on, like, dang, like, we don't even support one another. We have all this talent within DFW area, and you will have people that will intentionally not support you because they are afraid. And I'm just gonna keep it real. What you gonna do? Inbox me? You It's like we are afraid that somebody's gonna steal our shine. What's for you is for you. So I don't care if there's 4 boutiques in the room. Guess what? Each boutique has its own audience. It has its own customers. So not one boutique can't outdo the other. One boutique can't take the spotlight of the other. As at my conference, I have all of these speakers. Guess what? Can't no speaker get on that stage and speak like Jolie. And Jolie ain't trying to get on the stage and speak like none of the other speakers. Because guess what? We all bring something different to the table. But collectively, y'all, my new slogan for my conference is, we give bragging rights to speakers to share their scars. We're not talking about no stories. We're not talking about none of that. The things that we go to, they have left scars. And if you notice, if you watch movies, if you have watched wrestling, if you've watched any of those things, when you start reminiscing on, dang, how you got that scar right there? Oh, let me show you. See, I got this one right here. When I slammed, they ready to tell you where these scars come from. They're proud of them. That's what my conference gives. It gives people the bragging rights to be proud of the scars that they're able to show you and tell you the backstory behind it. Let me tell you about a time when. Meaning, I'm not there anymore. It's past tense. We're not doing that no more. We're not thinking the same way. We're not feeling the same way. We're not crying no more about these things. So I want us to get in a place of supporting. My tour is Saturday, and I know it's going to be a great turnout. And I also know that there are people that would love to come, but because of who they're connected to, but because of the, well, what if the outshine? Well, what if this and what if this? What if you come and you meet your potential client? What if you come and the one thing you were looking for you find at the conference? What if you come and the one thing that you needed to send your business to the next level, what if you find it at the Stepping Your Truth conference? What if? We say all of the negative what if this, what if this go wrong, what if this on this, what if they don't like me, what if we do all of these negative what ifs, and we never talk about what if tomorrow I wake up and I meet the person that's supposed to invest in my business. What if I wake up tomorrow and I meet somebody that's over my marketing team? What if I wake up tomorrow and I have sold 20 tickets in my sleep? What if I wake up tomorrow and things are paid in full? What if, period. Let's change the narrative. Let's start supporting one another. And guess what? Support ain't always about money. It's nothing for you to see a post and share it. It's nothing for me to work to have word of mouth. Just like I got on here and I shouted out all of those businesses, and then I see my better half, my Snookum Wookums. He done tagged everybody that I mentioned, whether we have their handles or not. Guess what? Somebody knows them and can actually tag what their pages are. Or somebody can say, hey, let me Google or let me search DJ Foreign, for instance. And then because he hashtags that, it'll send you to his page. Oh, let me tag Walk On Health and Fitness. Let me put that in the search. And then that man comes up. His name is Alvin. That's all I know. All I knew was that when I left there, I said, y'all, if you want me to shout out your business, I don't even know if the business is good. But I'm shouting out the business because it's not about what I think. Because sometimes we get nothing. I don't like doing that. That ain't for me. Well, you sharing it ain't got nothing to do with you. It is about supporting the next business owner that's trying to make it. And let me tell you, we getting into this thing tonight. We getting into this. Why is it that when you are a business owner, and this is a prayer that I have that I promise, I pray to God that I don't, and I want to say ever, but I don't want to do at all in no time. Because when you start saying never and ever, the enemy tries to come and test you. I don't want to be the person that my business flourishes the where it's supposed to be. And then I get to the place where I think I'm too big to help the next person that's trying to come the same path that I did. Guess what? I don't care. That's one thing. I'm sorry. Shout out Daphne Nichols. Shout out Mainstage Entertainment. Shout out Angela Brand. Shout out who else I need to shout out. It'll come to me who else. I'm just gonna be shouting out as names come. Y'all put names in the chat, and when I see them, I'm shouting them out. It doesn't. What I was gonna say. My coach has taught me so much. So much. She has no problem with sharing information with me to make my business better. But me and her both know that I'll never be an Angela Brand. I'll never be a Daphne Nichols. I'll never be none of them people. Because AB, when she hits the stage, she hits it the way she hits it. When Daphne hit the stage, she hit it the way she hit it. When I hit the stage, I hit it the way I hit it. I'm writing books left and right. My coach is writing books left and right. Daphne Nichols is writing books left and right. Guess what? And our stories hit differently. We can be in a book collectively, which we are in several of them. And every chapter isn't for everybody. But guess what? Somebody is going to relate to my chapter. And somebody's going to relate to her chapter. And somebody's going to relate to the other lady's chapter. But it does not matter. It doesn't take away from any of us. Because we all have our own lane. We all have our own path to go. But we will be so quick to look at somebody else's path and think Oh, well, they got it together. And then we start getting bitter for no reason. Sometimes that's the person that can help you. But we so quick to turn our nose and think that we're better than somebody when we really need their help to better ourselves. I tell anybody, I'm not good at marketing. I think I'm in my head, I'm real good at marketing because I see the things I need to do. But to execute them, I'm not good at it. So guess what? I'm looking for a marketing team. Can't pay you a whole lot. Might not be able to pay you at all first. But I'm looking for a marketing team. I'm looking for somebody to help me. I'm looking for somebody to say, "Hey, Jolie, what you need me to send you? I'll post on your social media. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it." But people don't understand that you have to start from somewhere. And then you have people, and I ain't knocking nobody. If you don't want to help, then helping ain't your calling. But do understand, everybody has to start somewhere. And rather us help them get to where they're going, we'll stand back and we'll laugh and watch them struggle. Look, be like the little thing on it. Look at this, look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at them trying to get up there and do that. Instead of saying, let me give you a hand because I've been here. Let me help you up this ladder because I had to climb up this ladder last year. And I found a easier way to do it so you're not hurting yourself, so you don't keep slipping and falling down the ladder. Let me help you up the ladder. You ain't got to do all the work for them, but help them. So in this season, I got both my hands extended because I need help, but I can also give help. And guess what? Either way, if I ask for your help and you tell me no, guess what? I'm cool because it hasn't put me in no worse position than I already am. So I'm learning to ask. They say closed mouths don't get fed. And whether we realize it or not, it's a pride issue. We don't want to ask people for help because we've already said, what if they say no? What if they say yes? Let's think about that first. Let's change the direction of it. When you're in a line and you have to turn around, it flips it around. So let's flip it around. Instead of saying what if negative negative, let's start saying what if positive positive. What if I do this and this happens? Oh my God, that is going to be so amazing, right? Let's start saying that. Let's start with that. What if I do great? Then what? Then what? I want y'all to really ask yourself that. I'm texting my mom telling her to jump on the live. Y'all really ask yourself that. What if the things that you need, the things that you are looking for to happen in your life, in your business, in whatever it is you have going on, ask yourself, what if I do this and X, Y, and Z happens for the better? What and it works out the way I need it to work out. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened. Um, let's start thinking like that. You know, I got these plans, God, and I'm not gonna think negative no more. You got to talk to yourself. I talk to myself all the time. I don't care what nobody says. Call me crazy. I'll be crazy. I talk to myself all the time. And in this season, I have done things out of the norm for me. I have done the uncomfortable things, and I'm okay with the uncomfortable. So, doing those uncomfortable things, I have decided that everything is going to be positive. I'm going to start supporting any way that I can because somebody started, and that's all that is enough to celebrate. They started. They didn't worry about what nobody was going to say. They started. When I started my business, I was nervous. I contemplated everything. I questioned everything until I started. And it felt amazing. But it was also hard. I had to go. There have been times and still are times where I don't have it. Excuse me, where I'm having to redo my structure, redo how I'm handling things, redo. Sorry, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Sorry, I'm having to redo how things work in my life. I'm having to redo the things make sense. Do I want things? Y'all, can't have my laptop down now. Having to rethink how things are going to flow in my business. Do I want to just have people to say that I talked to somebody, or do I really want to work my business to where I become financially stable, I become debt free? And that's the thing we need to look at. Do I value who I say I am? Do I value what I can offer people? It's one thing to value yourself, it's another thing to try and take advantage of people. And even in that, we have to, for me, I still help. Even though sometimes when I help, I'm taken advantage of, I still help. But I help with wisdom. I'm learning that everyone needs help. Not that I didn't know it, but it's a different way that you start looking at ways to help people. Sometimes you can help people by pushing them, by stretching them. My coach, she stretches the crap out of us. We get together and we do projects. Hey, Miss Lorraine, we get together and we do projects, and she stretches us to the point where it's like, oh my God, I don't even know if I have this in me. And then once it's done, it's like, dang, like you stretched me. That's support. Because she could leave us out there to just be minimal and worry about herself and make herself look good over us. But she says, no, no, no. If you're going to be a part of what I have going on, then I'm going to stretch you because we're all going to win. And that's the whole point that I'm making. We have to get to a point where we all win. We all support one another. We are better together. I hear all the ignorant comments, you'll say, well, there's no I in team, but there's a me in team. Shut up. Stop. Stop. Because if you look at any sports team, one person, and sometimes that makes me mad when I listen to the games, you put the team on the quarterback's back like, oh, it's all his fault. Well, no. Because if you take everybody else off that field, the quarterback can't win the game by himself. So I don't want to hear none of that nonsense. You need the defense to stop the offense. You need all of those. So when I see things and they only talk about, oh, the quarterback lost the game, he cannot lose the game by himself. It takes the team. It takes everybody to do their job and their position. But everybody supports one another. Guess what? If somebody is offsides, or if somebody is this, or somebody's not in the right spot, I guarantee you, if you're really paying attention, you're going to make sure your team is ready to go before he hikes that ball. You better make sure everybody is in place because you are supporting one another. That's the same way it should be. I'm praying that more people sign up for the conference. Even if you can't come, support a ticket. $10 general admission, $25 VIP. I dare you. I dare you to sow into the life of somebody else, to give somebody else a chance who we don't know. Sometimes we be like, it's just $10. But do you remember the time when you didn't have $10? I do. And I ain't gonna lie. I honestly caught myself the other day. This truthful conversation. So let's be truthful about it. I caught myself and I was like, it's just $10. But then I had to say, Joe, stop all that. Because it done been plenty of times where you ain't have $10. to support, and you wanted somebody to sponsor you a ticket, or you wanted somebody to do things because you needed it and you didn't have it. So let's even sponsor somebody. If you can't make it, sponsor someone to come. Hey Joe, you know what? I would love for somebody to get the best experience. Here's my $25. Where can I send it? And send it. And say, and then sometimes we'll jump on lives. And I just say we, because it's us collective. I'm talking to all of us. We'll jump on the live and we'll put our hands up and say we're gonna support, and we're gonna do this to make it look good on the live, and then we don't do nothing. We don't share. We won't share nothing. We won't say nothing. We definitely don't send nothing. Like we're not doing anything. Miss Lorraine, I appreciate you. And I know whoever gets that ticket, they are going to have a great time. It is, sometimes I look at all these things. When the tour gets to a bigger place where we have more sponsors, and we have, we're able to get into a bigger space and have more like the vision that I see, and we start opening it up to more. Yes, the price of tickets will go up, and let's just be real about it. Everything costs something. But what I don't see me doing, I don't see it, is having a conference where people got to pay $5,000 and $10,000 to come to the conference. I don't feel like we have to do all of that, but that's just my opinion. I'm entitled to it, and I will stick with that. Well, I trust me, Lorraine, and we will make sure that you know that you were appreciated. Um, I'm all of, I just want to help people. I want to pour into people. But guess what? I can't pour into you if you don't show up. And if anybody has ever met me, I am not the one. I am not the one to make it seem like I'm better than anybody else. I've actually have been told that I need to be more stern in certain things, which it is true. But I want to help everybody. I'm very humble. When I go to work and I talk to these pilots and flight attendants and business owners that come in, and we get to talking, and they be like, "Oh, Jolie, this your only job?" And I'd be like, "No." "Oh, what do you do?" "Oh, I'm an author and motivational speaker and life coach." And I start going down a list of all the stuff, and they just be looking at me like, "Are you serious? Like you do all of that and you work here?" Yes, I now don't get me wrong. I love being at the hotel. I love the people that I come in contact with. It makes me feel amazing. I just literally before I got on here, my one of my leads sent me a screenshot of a customer, a guest who's already gone back to Arkansas, but he left a report about how nice and just how I went above and beyond for him. And it made me feel good because it's like, God, you're allowing me to touch lives. You're allowing me to be able to speak and share whatever it is that we talk about before they leave. And that stays with them. And it's like, man, like who wouldn't want to do that? So I support people in different types of ways. Support is not just monetary. Support is sharing a flyer. Support is encouraging other people to go. Support can be just calling and giving an encouraging word. Support can go so far, but are we willing to do it for others? I said this year I was gonna regard. I didn't care how I needed to do it, but I was gonna show people, regardless of what our past situations were. I was gonna go and support. I support people that I know have talked about me. I support people that owe me money. I support people. But guess what? It's bigger than that stuff. Guess what? God is still going to provide for me. God is still going to make sure I'm taken care of. So at the end of the day, business is business. I'll support you. I go and support because support is needed. I'm not going to bad talk nobody. You're not going to catch me on here name calling and shade throwing and all of that. You're not going to catch me on here doing that. For what? What is it? Here's the thing. All that does is bring the negative reflection on you. That's all it does. Because then it make people, I know you love to attend. You better be there too, sucker. Um, I love what I do, and I'm sorry I'm looking at the the comments. I just y'all just don't understand. Like I see so much, and I just really want us to get to a place where we are supporting and uplifting one another. That's what I want. I want y'all to come to. So if you know anybody in the DFW area, tell them to come. Who said hey to me? Who is that? Hey Keon. Hey Shantae. Keon, I don't know what you're doing Saturday, but I would love for you to come. Keon is another, Keon Young, he is another dope photographer. Shantae Yuma, she has her own travel business. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, these people that's on here, if you're not connected to them, get connected to them. Keon Young did the photos for our pageant, All World Beauties and Man of Distinction pageant. And when I tell you those pictures are amazing, when I tell you Keon captured this man captured like my excitement in the moment, my screams, my tears. I mean, I look at these pictures almost every day and I'm just like, oh my god, this. I mean, he captured a picture and you can see that I gasp for air. Like he's amazing. Robert Lee Percy is on the live. Hey Robert, that's House of Amadeus. That's who I shouted out in the beginning. Like, get attached to these people because they are phenomenal. Robert has I have had the pleasure of walking for him. I have, like, even right now, it's so funny. I was telling Joel I have no idea what I'm going to wear on Saturday. Of course, I would love to have, I'm gonna bring quite a few, and I'm gonna do quite a few changes. And I told him, I was like, I don't know what to wear. I'm gonna have to pick something out of my closet because I had to get other things done. We moved so that way I could have my office back, which I'm so thankful to my honey for that. And so some of the things I wanted to do, I wanted to get some new outfits, but sometimes you can't move too fast. So I was like, what are we going to do? And I'm looking in the closet and Joelle said, I think you should wear the outfit that you wore to start the tour when I originally started at the Boss Up tour, which was September of 2021. And I said, oh, which is a Robert Lee Percy design. So I don't mind going in, and that's another thing. I support when I can, but I also support by still rocking these designers that I love. Like, I love the girl 2021. Whoo! Robert, stop, because you're gonna have me tearing up. I love the boutiques and the designers that I have come in contact with. When I tell you the plans that I have that I ask God for, I know He's gonna give it to me, and I know I'm gonna get to a place where I can drop some coins in Robert's cash app, and he gonna know to get to work. And I can drop coins to Main Stage Entertainment, and Jessica gonna do what she do best for me. And I can drop coins to Melanie Ann, and I can drop coins to Chantel Beauty, and I can just so on and so on and so on. Like, God knows my heart. Trust me, I tell Him, I got you, Robert. I'll come by tomorrow. I will make it happen. I tell God the things that I want, and he that's the beauty of it. He shows me what's coming, so I know He's going to make provisions for it, unless He wouldn't show me. He is not a God to dangle the carrots in our face and say you can't have it. So, but it's going to take us to support each other in order to get there. I'm telling y'all, 2024, business is changing, my finances changing. When I tell y'all, my circle is changing, because it's elevation time. And when you elevate, you have to make sure that the people that we quick to say, and I'm guilty of it. We quick to tell people, okay, you quick to tell people, I'm taking you with me. I had to tell myself, literally, y'all, there's Truthful Conversations. I had to tell myself this last week, Jolie, stop telling everybody you taking them with you, because you don't know what you taking with you. You don't know if what you taking with you is bitterness. You don't know if what you taking with you is jealousy. You don't know if what you taking with you is sabotaging. You don't know what you take, but we be quick to speak out of our mouth. Girl, you going everywhere I go. Everybody can't go everywhere you go. We have to be careful with those things. And not everybody is supporting in the right way. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there. We have to get to a point where we start just praying for discernment. Start praying for God to open our eyes to see what it is that we're doing. Stop just thinking, oh, because they're nice. And I'm telling you, my mom, my mom, when I tell you my mom will cut me deep every time I talk to her, Jesus Christ. Every time I talk to her. My mom said something to me some years ago, and it don't beat me. It pissed me off. It did. I was so mad at my mama because I was like, that's not the case. And everything my mama said to me, I'm going to say within the last 2 years, I seen it come to pass. I saw it firsthand. My mama, one of the things my mama told me that cut me so deep, she said, you are a best friend to everybody else, but who is a best friend to you? And I had all these names of these people that were best friends. Oh, we've been, that's my best friend. We've been connected since elementary, and we've been this and we've been this. And God, when I tell you, when that man reveals, he reveals. And he revealed, I mean, I was devastated because what I had thought for so long was a mirage. What I had been looking at was a fake water in the road when it's 1,000 degrees outside. And it cut me to my core. But I had to say, Mama, you know what? You are so right. You were right. You know, we don't like to go tell people they right about something they told us. You know, we just rather not talk to them for a while, and so they ain't got to know that stuff happened. But I had to go and tell my mama that she was right and I was sorry, because I had got so mad at her because I thought I knew that I had the support that people said I had, and I didn't have it. So we have to get to a point where when we say we're going to support, we support. Whatever that looks like, whatever your support capacity is, let's start supporting one another. Let's start being there for one another. If I can't give, if I can't pay you no money, guess what? Hey, what post do you have today that I can post and share? As a matter of fact, Robert, I'm going to contact you anyway because I have somebody that you need to get in on this photo shoot, and it has some major exposure. So I am going to call you after this. I'm so glad you called because I've been actually been talking about you, and I was supposed to contact you today, and I got off work and I got on Bible study. I got on live, and now when I get off, we're going to talk business. That's support. You know what, Robert? If I can't pay you right now, guess what? I'm finna get you some clients and some clientele and some customers that can put some coins in your pocket until I can get to the point where I can do what they're getting ready to do. I'm just going to send people your way so they can pay you and you can help them. That's support too. Like, however it goes, we just have to get to a point where we are supporting one another and we're not thinking that the next person is going to outshine me. You can't take my light. I can't take nobody. I don't want nobody else like you. Don't know what nobody had to do to get in the space that they're in the capacity. And you know, I don't remember who it was, but I heard somebody talk. It was I think it was a preacher, and he was saying, you know, people say, "Oh, your wife is so beautiful, man. I wish I had that." And he was like, "Well, that beautiful wife came with cancer." And she came with whatever other diseases she had, and she came with not being able to walk for a while, and she came with all this. Do we still want those things that we're envying after, that we're saying we want? I wish I was doing this, and why she get to do that, and why I ain't doing this? You can't handle the capacity of what they had to go through. So be content with what you're doing and learn to genuinely support people. I'm at the point where in my season, I'm supporting everybody I come in contact with. Hey, what's your social media handles? Let's take a picture. Let me post it. So I can put somebody that, hey, I may not be able to use what you got, but I guarantee you somebody on my friends list needs what you have. So that's all I got for today. I want us to get in the habit of supporting one another, pushing one another. I mean, just making sure we have each other's back genuinely. No stabbing in the back. Listen, I'm tired of walking around with knives in my back. I'm tired of walking around with my ears bleeding because y'all talking about me. I'm tired of it. But at the end of the day, guess what? As many knives are thrown, somebody's gonna come and say, you know what, sis? I know you can't reach that. Let me help you pull that out because we got work to do. Be the person to pull out the dagger, not the one to push it in. I love y'all. I hope tonight I hope it did some clarifying, because I don't want us to get caught up in the in crowd stuff. If the wave is going this way, we want to go the same way the wave going. No, I'm going against the wave. I don't want to do what everybody doing. If everybody's saying we ain't going over here, I'm gonna be the one to say, no, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go see for myself. Girl, don't go to that. That ain't about nothing. Well, let me go see what it's about for myself. I ain't finna take your word for it. I could miss my blessing listening to you. So let's start rewriting the norm. Let's start supporting and genuinely supporting. I said every time I get on Facebook, I see somebody talk about their business, I'm sharing. You know, sometimes as business owner, we don't share a lot because we don't want our stuff to get too far down. But you know what? God gonna make sure the right people see my stuff. So I'm gonna start sharing. I'm gonna start promoting those that are attached to me. It's a new season. It's a new season. When I say God has been moving in the midst of ministry, in the midst of just all different areas of my life, and He is moving. He is moving. And I am at the point where I want to see everybody that's attached to me win. I need to see everybody win. So whatever, even if it's on Instagram, where if I see it, I'm gonna figure out how to share it, how to let people know what you got or what have you. Shantae, we still gotta talk because we gotta try to put something together for next year. Like, I'm so serious. It is time for us to start supporting one another. I don't care what color. You know, we always say black owned business. It should be all business. Yes, I'm black. Yes, I'm a black owned business. And stop saying small business. I am a business, period. When we keep saying small, we keep ourselves confined to small. I have a business. My business offers coaching, it offers training, it offers conference opportunities, it offers book anthology opportunities, it offers features in magazine, it offers so many things. My business can help just about anybody. So stop calling your business a small business. We are not small by far. Oh, I appreciate that. I really do. We're not small. I ain't calling nobody no small business. I remember the last person said to me, you got your little business. No, I got my business. Ain't nothing little about my business. The fact that I started it, the fact that took time to go downtown to DBA it, and then I took time to make sure I LLC'd it. Then I took time to make sure I promoted the name. Then I made sure I took time to make banners and do all these things and create the classes. There is nothing small about me. Every business on here is nothing small about it. The time and energy and creativity it took to put into your business, that constitutes as a big deal. So you are you are a business in my book. There is no small business. So I'm telling, like, my perception of things have truly changed. I love y'all. I'm gonna support y'all to the wheels fall off. However I can support, that is what I'm doing. I love y'all. I'm finna get my butt off here. I'm finna relax for about 30 minutes and get my butt in bed. I got an early day. I gotta be ready at 6 a.m. to greet all my pilots and flight attendants and business owners that get up. And they some of them are getting up with problems. Some of them are going to bed tonight with problems. Guess what? When they get up, Jolie gonna be the first person they see to support whatever they got going on today. You know what? Did you have your breakfast? We got great breakfast over there. What's going on? What you want to talk about this morning? Hey, I hope you have an amazing day. Hey, what you doing? How's the family doing? That's what people want. That's support in itself. Some of these pilots, they've been away from their families for 30 plus days. They come and stay with us anywhere from a week to 2 months at a time. They away from their family. They tired. They can't see their kids but on video chat. They lonely. What better way than to support them by, hey, everything gonna be good today. Hey, how was your day today? Oh, my day was rough. Oh my God, tell me about it. Let's talk about it. Maybe you should do this. Hey, you know what? I'll see you in the morning. I'll be the first person to see when you get up. All of that makes a difference. So I'm gonna go get my rest because I need to be ready for these people because they be coming with it and I got to be ready for it. So I love y'all. I'm going to support y'all to the fullest. If you know somebody that needs to get a ticket, send them to my page. I'm going to share the flyer again with the Cash App and the link if they want to go on the website and purchase a ticket. General admission is $10. VIP is $25. $25 gets you food, fashion, fun, laughter, some nuggets. $10, you get a snack. You ain't gonna get the full meal, but you still gonna get everything else they get, and then VIP, you might get a little gift. I'm working on some things, but we're gonna have a great time. $25 for what some of these people charging. $25 is nothing. Not saying that everybody got it, but trust me, you can find somebody to sponsor you $25. You can find somebody to let you borrow $25 to be in the place to get what you need, to allow yourself to get your bragging rights, to share with the world the scars that you have gotten over the years that you are proud of. So I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all later on this week. Y'all, I'm looking rough right now. Oh, but trust me, come closer to time. Y'all know your girl gonna be ready. All right. I love y'all. Have a good night. Bye.